Yo, what is up guys? My name is Vulpin and today I'm bringing you 2 replays in one video. I wanted to do a Duelist Live, but I've got some things going on in my personal life and just not allowing me to have enough time to record a Duelist Live. Luckily I had some games played and 2 of them were kind of funny, and so I thought just do a couple of replays in one video and get some content out there for you. I should note that both of these games were played, I believe, the day after patch 1.74 came out. This first one I am playing Voth. I had seen a lot of Kara on the ladder, of course, since her Bloodborne spell had been reworked, and so I decided to try to make a deck that played against it very well. And the first thing that came to mind, I had been seeing Kara playing a lot of walls, and so Frenzy came to mind, just mass AoE came to mind. And with that, I immediately thought of Magmar. You have access to like Macantor Warbeast, you have Plasma Storm, you have Dire Tide Frenzy, Iridium Scale, a lot of different ways that you can take care of a lot of walls at once. Blistering Scorn, of course, is a neutral card that takes care of them if they're not buffed up to 2 health or more. And so that is the deck that you'll see I'm playing here. Of course, I run into Kara because that's what I've been seeing on the ladder non-stop. And so here we go. Let's just jump into this one. I tossed back the Macantor and the Healing Mystic because it's Healing Mystic, just not a good 2-drop to lead off with, especially when I have a Young Silthar, and then Macantor Warbeast is a little bit too early. I played the Young Silthar up here to contest the Mana Spring, and then we have Kara move forward here. And this is where things already start to get out of hand too. You can see the cursor there moving all over the place, and you know, I was convinced that it was either A, walls, which you'll see here, it's a gravity well, or B, they're setting up Mechazor and looking to airdrop those Mechazor pieces. So you'll see 4 walls come out, then the cursor continues moving. We see a Snow Chaser come out directly in front of the general here. Then we see more walls come out. We get Bone Chill Barriers. And then I believe one more. I'm laughing because I'm like, he's already flooded the entire board. Turn 1. And then, yeah, another Snow Chaser. Another thing to keep in mind, I knew that Flash Reincarnation plus Earth Sister Taget is good against walls as well. You'll see he left the middle tile left open, so I Flash Reincarnate, I send in the Earth Sister Taget to wipe out like 90% of his board or something. That allows the Young Silthar to take out the Gravity Well and Voth to move down and take out the remaining Bone Chill Barrier. He flooded the board in 1 turn and we cleared the board in 1 turn, and then he just concedes. Oh man, that was a fun game. I was laughing. I was immediately, at first when I saw the first Gravity Well come out, I'm like, oh god, how am I going to deal with this? Right, and then I see this Snow Chaser, and I was like, oh, well, there's just another step. It was just like another barrier and my victory here. And then the Bone Chill barrier comes down, and I was like, how am I winning this game? I just like, it's turn 2 going into me. I have nothing to play here. And luckily we drew into one of the things I put in the deck specifically to take care of walls, and it worked. Obviously that would not have worked as well if they had not left the center tile open on the board. Hopefully they learned from that. Not that I think that that's going to happen too often for them. But yeah, that is the first game. Let me go ahead and queue up the second game, so we will be back in a second. And we're back! Alright, so this second game, I was actually only playing Abyssian because it was my daily quest, and it was like the first games I was playing after patch 1.74. To be honest, I was playing Saj up until that point, and the nerf to Siphon Energy. Siphon Energy had allowed me to win a lot of games, and I was kind of lost, and so I was like, whatever, I'll just play some Abyssian, get some gold, hopefully unlock a couple of cards. So this was like, I believe the second game I played after patch 1.74. I do not have Obliterate, however I do have 2 Ghost Azaleas. And my entire, I wasn't looking to play this game competitively. I was looking to play it to complete a quest, and I guess I should also let it be known, I just hit Diamond the day before the patch, and hadn't laddered since then, so it doesn't matter if I lose games, I'm not going to drop ranks at this point. So I figured, let us just play with the sole win condition of using Soul Azalea. I'm not going to win, you know, any other way if possible. If I get a Soul... I keep calling it Soul Azalea? What the fuck's wrong with me? If I get Azalea, I'm going to hold on to it. And other than that, I'm just going to try to generate as many creep tiles as possible. So the opening hand here is, it's okay. I mean, we got some removal and some more removal and the high-end minion. We have Ooze, which is really nice to start off with. And then Void Pulse, which is, I mean, it seems a little bit early. I like to play that, not that I play Abyssine often, but I like to play it whenever you're going to float a mana. So let's go ahead and start the game here. You'll see I'm actually playing Saj, and immediately I was thinking, you know, good on you for playing Saj after she took a little bit of a nerf. Although I guess a lot of people weren't playing Siphon Energy a whole lot. So you'll see I play the Ooze. I didn't draw into it to drop. I could have played the Abyssal Crawler up here. However, Blood Tier Alchemist has been pretty common on the ladder, so I decided to drop the Ooze so that way I wouldn't just lose a minion right away. Let's see. So here we go. We get the Ghost Azalea, and you'll see I hold on to it. I drop the Abyssal Crawler to start generating some creep, and that's all I'm going to be able to do this turn. This game actually started off pretty slow for both my opponent and myself. I thought it was weird he dropped the Saber Spine Tiger and didn't just grab the mana right away, but he obviously wanted to use it this turn, so he left the Tiger there. He attacked Ooze first, which is good because then it dropped the... I'm pointing at the screen, that's not going to help you. It dropped the Shadow Creep tile here, and then he moved up, which is pretty good for him. So I'm going to pause here because I'm already getting behind. This thing goes pretty quick if you don't put it on real time. So he plays Tiger, and then second wish, yep. And he was going to be, I think... I watched this replay once after the game because I knew... you know, Abyssine is not something I play too often. I knew I made misplays. Here is probably my first misplay. Let's go through the play here first, and then I'll tell you what I think I should have done. We get some more removal. I toss back a Kalino to get that. So the Abyssal Crawler moves up, we grab the mana tile, and then we use the Dark Transformation on the Tiger. I think what would have been better to do would have been to, let's see, move the General up, drop, and then move the Abyssal Crawler down, drop the Dancing Blades in front of the Tiger, and then trade in the Abyssal Crawler. That way we have a better body on the board, a 4-6 versus a 1-1 and a 2-1. However, leaving the Abyssal Crawler up is generating more Shadow Creep. So I guess that was a benefit, but I think that the Dancing Blades play was definitely a better play. Let's see, I attack into the General here, and that's going to be it for that turn. Man, the Mark II gear looks so good for all the Generals. So she steps down, she attacks the Wraithling there, she plays... Man, this Pyromancer usually pretty weak. Turns out not so weak if you play a second wish and a first wish on it. Wait, no, not second wish. Cosmic Flesh. What am I talking about? Alright, so here we're going to move over. We're going to put the Shadow Sister Kalino as far as possible. We're already pretty low on health. We need to start generating some health. We are going to tag it with the Abyssal Scar to bring it down to after I attack into it 2, so that way if he wants to attack me, it just dies. Or, in this case, if he runs away, he's obviously going to do 4 damage to me. But as long as I'm not provoked, I can step over and still kill it this turn. He plays a Grincher. Here is, I believe, my second kind of big misplay. We dropped the Dancing Blades, and I think what I should have done here was ping the Grincher instead of moving down the Abyssal Crawler and trading into it. I still would have moved it down, but instead of trading into it, we would have pinged it, because I could have taken this out with my General on its own, and we lost a minion, which we did not need to lose. So that's the second misplay, something to learn from. if you don't watch your replays, and I tend to only watch replays for games where I lose, and I think it was kind of close. So in this game, I wanted to rewatch it just because it's funny, but watching replays is definitely an advantage. So he plays a Spine Cleaver, which is good, and he does 10 damage to my Dancing Blades. At this point, the Shadow Sister Kleino and the Bloodfire Totem are like kind of canceling out unless I can do 2 damage per turn. But usually that means I'm going to take damage with my face, which is not great. We drop the Klaxon to generate a little bit more Shadow Creep, and then we do some damage to the General. I attack into him here, which was okay, I think, but I don't think it was necessary. You'll see here he drops a Grove Line, which he drops in the corner, which is like terrible for me, right? He's gonna be able to trade in the Falcius along without taking any damage to his General and generate a second Bloodfire Totem. So now things are looking pretty bad for me. And he heals himself up a little bit with Healing Mystic. So I'm at 7. He's at 18. Now you'll see we have 2 Ghost Azaleas in hand. There are quite a few Shadow Creep tiles on the board, but this Grove Line is preventing me from being able to do that. So we drop the Abyssal Crawler, get some more creep. We drop the second Kleino here. And let me explain this play because the positioning I thought was kind of important. I didn't want his Grove Line to just sit in this corner, right? He's obviously going to target these, the Shadow Sister Kleino, because right now it's allowing me to live. So playing the Shadow Sister Kleino here and the Abyssal Crawler here is basically begging the Grove Line to move over. And I specifically played the Kleino up here and the Abyssal Crawler here because the Abyssal Crawler, I mean, he has the Bloodborne spell, so he could have killed this in 1 turn because he has 3 health. But I put this here because it's an easy kill and it's going to prevent face damage for me, because I assume he's going to want to get the Bloodfire Totem plus just control the board. And it draws the Grove Line over, and he's going to trade in because he has 5 health, or 5 attack, right? He's going to kill it. That's going to give me a little bit of life, and then putting the Grove Line to 3 health is important because as long as this lives, I can trade this in with a ping to kill the Grove Line to remove the force field. And so that's why the positioning there, it's actually, you know, a lot of times I pay attention to positioning, but in this case it was, you know, very important to me that I played it exactly like that. And there may be issues with that positioning, but I thought it was all working towards my goal of putting on 2 Ghost Azaleas and being able to attack Sinus Saj. And you'll see that is exactly what happens. He moves over, he takes out the Kleino, and then he creates another Bloodfire Totem. All I need is no Provoke in my face, and you'll see here we go. We have exactly 9 mana. We can ping this. That gives us a little bit of health. Brings it down to 2 health. Kleino's going to move up and trade in, remove the force field. We're going to put on 2 Ghost Azaleas. We are going to go up to... Jeez, I can't even remember what it is here. That is 16, so we're going to go up 28 to 30 attack. I'm sure that Taka Saituwachka, I don't even know how to say that name, thought they were so safe. And, man, 30 attack, 30 face damage is insane. And the other thing that probably lent them to thinking that they were safe is most lists run Obliterate, and Obliterate would hit, and I'm not exactly sure of the interaction, but if it hits Grove Line and the General at the same time, I don't know if that prevents the damage from Obliterate. Either way, it wasn't obviously 18 tiles out there, so I'm sure they thought they were safe. I don't know what this is. This must be, can you see it too? Yeah, a little bit of a visual glitch there. Alright, anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, please leave a like. Please comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if there are better plays I could have made. Especially with, I mean, the first game, there's not much of a better play I could have done. But in the second game, Abyssian is a faction I'm looking to get into. I need to get enough spirit to get a couple of cards, and then I'm looking to start playing some Abyssian. So for you Abyssian mains out there, if you saw some better plays, something I could have done better, please let me know in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the video, and I will see you next time.